love, more light. Let it show. We'll change. Let it flow.
We got a good one going on here today.
Yeah.
It's More Love, More Life podcast. It's the Beam Experience. Micheal Beamon grew up in the neighborhood. He grew up with me, but we got a good one. He already got me going. Man, it's Mike.
The neighborhood.
Mike, how you doing, bro?
Okay, I'm doing just fine.
All right, you ready for this?
I thought I was, but we're going to see.
All right, so talk to me. Where did you grow up at?
My South Central LA,
What part? What area? What game?
107 Hoover Clip.
Did you ever game bang?
Yeah. Okay.
What did they call you?
Lucifer.
Lucifer?
Yeah.
Wow. You took the name Lucifer?
Yeah. Devil knew devil was taken.
Wow.
And I was older than both of those.
I never knew that, but why you take the name Lucifer?
It's a lot of things. One, a lot of people think he's the devil, but he's pretty. God made him at first things he's pretty. Then if you want to say something bad about it, you go into the bad things he might have done. But he's powerful. Yeah. He's a creation in itself. Just something I want to do.
So you don't associate him with evil. You associate Lucifer with. Do you associate him as the angel that was cast out of heaven?
Yeah. But see, he runs Earth. Now he has all Earth he can play in, and he's using us for his little toys and tools.
So he rules the earth.
Yeah. God, before he got kicked out of heaven, he asked God, he said, "You give me what you promised me." He said, "What did I promise you?" He said, "All Earth and there within." And he said, "Okay, it's yours." And they got Michael to bring him down here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are we being ruled by Lucifer on earth?
You're being ruled by yourself. He's here. He's tempting you. He's doing his thing. Actually, Lucifer is bigger than that, like you said. He's out there trying to take over a country. His demons work here within us. Yeah. You don't need much more than a demon to trick us and sway this way and sway that way.
Do you feel the demons in you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But you can go to church and release them. But you want to cleanse yourself completely. I think that requires one of those type of all the time with Jesus thing. I don't need that much. I don't think to get straight, but maybe I do.
Wait, repeat that. What you said about Jesus again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go back then. So you feel Lucifer is in you, or demons are in you?
He's in you.
He's been controlling you your whole life? Do they come? Do they go? Explain it to us.
You take situations. If I go in, I take $100 out from lady's purse, it's mine. If you go and take it, you needed it. It's the same thing, but something different to explain it.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, he took a third of his angels when he left. So,
Are you one of the angels?
no.
The spirit within you.
No, I don't think I want to fallen angel. No, I'm just a prophet. I haven't got that. You said why you take on the name Lucifer?
But wait, you're a prophet when you say prophet. So okay, let's get this straight. So Lucifer to you is the devil.
Yeah.
So
that's his God-given name in heaven.
That's his God-given name. Yeah. So he's the worshiper, or he's controlling us to do evil.
Yeah.
And that's what you worship.
If you're bad.
So the life you live in, here you are now, 66 years old. Do you think it benefited you?
No. I should do no better than that.
So could you control what he did, or you just feel?
You can, yeah. So you have control over yourself. When you do something and you do it wrong, you say, oops. But you knew all along it was wrong. You know what I mean? It's the same with the devil. You try him out, and you done fucked up. Now you may go to hell for eternity, and then you get straight.
So you believe in that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So do you think you're going to hell?
You got to go somewhere. We came from somewhere. Yeah, I believe that.
You think you're going to hell?
Oh, yeah, no. I haven't done nothing to go to hell. I think to go to hell, you have to kill or doing something drastic to a person, like chopping them up. Yeah.
So you think it's certain things that send you to...
I think there's a different level of punishment, because actually you're being punished. So, yeah, it's different degrees of punishment on different situations.
Okay. So what is the purpose of life with God and...
To be true to yourself, love thy neighbor as thyself. Basically, and maybe a little bit more, but I can't think of it right now.
I mean, that's deep for you to take the name Lucifer and live that life. Are you addicted to any drug?
Not now.
How long have you been?
Oh, most of my life.
So was that Lucifer tempting you?
Yeah. He didn't really have to. I was already hooked. Once you get hooked, you don't need to be sitting there taking word from him no more. Matter of fact, you go out and spread Lucifer's word. He has a word too.
So answer me this then. When someone's addicted to a substance or whatever it is, sex, whatever it is, I see it as it's because your internal is connected to the spiritual realm and you're trying to decipher it, but you scattered. So
Yeah.
you use that substance to escape. So if you
Actually, so
come
like you
off,
said, instead of escaping it, you put it all in one tunnel vision.
co-
You don't see all this out.
wait, describe that for me again.
It's called tunnel vision. That's when you just see straight through the tunnel. Anything on the side don't exist. You can't see that. It's not there.
When you own a substance,
Yeah.
is that what you're telling me? Okay, break that down for me one more time.
Okay.
Describe
You
to me
have
when you own cocaine, how it does. What it
It
do?
gives you a tunnel vision way of thinking. It gives you a tunnel vision way of feeling. You have one feel. I'm gonna go get this pussy for this dime, cuz what you gonna do? See, that's where he's going with his. Next man, um,
Go ahead, get the tunnel vision right now. Focus. It's all right. So you focused on whatever it is.
yeah, that's it. You focus on whatever it is that you want. And you have a feeling the same way. It's a tunnel vision. This feeling tells you you're gonna go take that dime rock and go give it to this slow person. That's the negative thought, right? You think it's good. Now, see, it's good to a degree, but I believe it's somewhere in the Bible it says not to have sex to go to bed with a woman. That's leading her with some substance that, it controls her mind. She's not in control of her own mind. So, yeah, it's not a good one. I wouldn't use it. I would try to set your girl out. It's fine if you have a girl and she's clear-headed. Then, one is, let me get one more hit, and she ain't said it's the first one.
So that's what the drug is doing. It's keeping you focused.
Yeah,
So that's why you keep chasing it
yeah.
because
And
you
the
don't
way,
want to
and the way
see
it makes you feel, yeah,
and you don't want to focus on nothing else in the world.
nothing at all. It's just one thing there, and it's a tunnel vision.
And that's what you're chasing the whole time that
Yeah,
you.
because think about it. If you live that way eternally, there would be no rent. There would, it would be hardly anything here. It would be nothing, actually. I'm trying to think at the same time. No, it would be nothing here. There's enjoyment in nothing. And how long? I don't know, different degrees, different times for different people.
What got you on drugs?
Yeah.
Was your family?
Yeah.
Was your
My
daddy?
father, I used to listen to my father use drugs, and he used every kind of drug there is. He had some heroin time, and he came in, I looked at him, and he was feeling real good. So I said, well, I'm going to try that. And I asked him about it. He said, oh, well, you know what message is. There's a lot of other things before this that, you might be interested in this. But then, in the neighborhood here, it was different, it was some weed. We sneaking to school smoking a joint. On to high school. We didn't go to school. We still were smoking some angel dust. And then life. We got a job. Some of us got houses, and we worked, and drugs took a toll out of that. It took a toll out of your life. Instead of maybe having that great big house, you somewhere here in Compton. Yeah.
But you was influenced by a father figure,
Yeah, by my father.
which we all are.
Yeah.
So when we grew up in this household and our dad is leading us down the wrong path because he don't know it, but it's his own trauma.
Yeah.
It comes to us. We're just trying to show how the neighborhood
How
environment
it affects us.
keep putting out this evilness.
Yeah.
And you being Lucifer, and I think you take that as a badge of honor,
Yeah.
but you're not looking at what it did to your life. It's time for you to leave that Lucifer and come back
Oh,
to
I see what you're
God.
saying. Well, yeah. That's true for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
Mike, Lucifer's a prince of what? You like to tell me?
He's prince of darkness, prince of air.
Air. Okay, explain that when you say Lucifer is a prince of the air. Explain.
In other words, in the beginning of time, God had nobody here with him, so he created Lucifer. And by them being who they were, God being almighty, he sort of stepped back all the time because he knew nothing that he couldn't do. Luther got busy. He wanted something. He wanted anything. So he started nudging God. I want this. I want that. I want a lady this. He kept nudging him some stuff. So finally God told him, said, look, I can't take this no more. He said, why don't you get a world and rule your own? Because he kept telling God, I bet I can make a man. I bet I can. But he said, yeah, but you won't be able to breathe life into him, and that's not a man. So he told him, why don't you take this what I owe you and go ask the other person. When you take this, go down to earth and let him come back. So he kicked him out of heaven. But, like you just asked me a question, and I'm going to answer that question. He took a third of God's angels with him. Now, a lot of people say, what does that mean? Oh, that means a whole hell of a lot. Because, see, God says before he let Lucifer rule this world, he'll take one little grain of salt and make it multitudes of little grains of salt and sing. He said, he'll have the rocks praise his name and say, he don't need us. They don't need us for nothing, that's what he's saying. If that's the way you want to be towards him.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that means something to take a third. I wouldn't want nobody to take a third and nothing of mine. Nothing taken from me a third sounds good. Third of what? My hair, third of my blood, third of my money, third of my house, third of my wife. It gets to be pretty skanky. For
Wow.
me, yeah, for me, not the man that's getting it.
So what made you want to worship Lucifer?
That's a whole other story. But I know I painted my room black. I did everything I was supposed to do, man. And actually, this probably gonna come hard onto you guys. I deal with white people too, so I thought like they thought. God had his chance, now that the devil had his chance. God had his chance and he ain't done nothing. So then now what they're doing is what Lucifer's doing, telling God what he owes them. And they're talking from earth to the heavens. So I guess after a while he got tired of it and did the same thing. Drugs, all these things, drugs and gangbanging, it seems to eliminate us, so there's no more of us, or at least get rid of the bad ones. Because some people might say innocents get shot. He wasn't all innocent. It was maybe time for him to go home, but yeah,
So are you saying Lucifer is good or bad?
no, he was a good angel that went bad. Yeah,
So what do you think about Jesus?
Jesus is our Savior.
I know. So do you worship Jesus?
Yeah, I worship Jesus now.
But did you worship Jesus with the name Lucifer?
No, I use Michael. Man.
Okay, so you worship Jesus, you use Michael, but then you come back.
Well, I thought you meant in different areas. Okay, when I was serving Lucifer, yes, I said church Lucifer. Whenever I'd say Lucifer, take care of that. And that's not, yeah, I did that. But then, you say as you get older, the other part, I don't know.
Do you see spirits?
I seen spirits for my cousin's husband laid hands on me. Ronnie Gibson on us. We got a church out there, Riverside. Yeah, I felt things leaving me. And actually, after a few left me, I pushed back. I think I said he was taking too many of my little evil
That was
spirits.
in you.
Yeah. And he asked me later why I did. And I told him just that. He said, we got to get you together. But no. And sometimes you need that. I don't know. I don't want to say when, because it sounds stupid. But sometimes you need it. I don't know.
Give an example when you need bad.
I'll give you an example. Like God. God was here sitting here.
No, give a
I'm going to come in the back
Personal,
door.
yeah.
personal
Okay.
example, not the
Personal
God.
example is God had it,
No,
and he didn't. Yeah.
give an example from you needed. You say
That's,
bad is good.
Well, it
that's,
did
what
you
that's
good.
when I need him. That's when I
Uh,
need him. When I'm worshiping him and I'm calling out his name, I get the feeling, yeah, he's listening. He knows I'm praising him.
when is bad good for you?
Now it's not. But back then, bad was good when I was gangbanging. You go through the world and there's nobody gangbanging with you by yourself. You're not nothing. But you get a few guys behind your back, now it's going to ruin the world. So
So you was looking for something.
yeah, yeah. And I knew that I needed to be around bad people and bad environments to make it work.
Right. But was it good or was it you was
It,
lacking something? Because what
it,
you just
it,
said to me is you was looking to be a part of something.
yeah,
So you was missing love.
and I needed bad to do that with.
Right.
You can't be in a gang good.
That's what's happening now with our community. Instead of really understanding what they need, you needed your daddy to give you more than what he was giving you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you went out and found it with the hood.
yeah.
That's where we have to change this. We have to start facing this and understanding that father figure that didn't give us what we wanted,
Yeah.
we found it somewhere else. And it doesn't matter if your daddy was in the house or he wasn't in the house.
Yeah.
What matters is the energy he brought in. And you just explained your daddy was bringing drugs,
Yeah.
prostitutes,
Yeah.
whatever in the house.
Yeah.
You picked that
We
up.
had it going on, yeah. Yeah.
You feel your daddy was fair?
Did he what?
Yeah, because you know what? Actually,
You feel
he
your
told
daddy
us, he kept telling us, I don't want to smoke no weed. Which I always want to smoke weed. And when every other white kids try to smoke weed, they'll make sure it's weed. He said, we're going to just test it, you know. But anyway, they stayed on him all the time. Let's do this. Let's go clubbing. Let's go to the nudie booty. My auntie said, your father wasn't no daddy or no father, but he was a lot of fun. So he was something. You know what I mean? So,
It was a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
But what is this world about?
It could be a lot of fun here, too.
And that's what they got us chasing pleasure.
Yeah.
God is
You
not
got to know
about
how to
all this
measure
pleasure.
it out. Yeah, you got to know how to measure it out. Cause, yeah,
It's-
no, we don't know how to measure it.
Right. But once we keep chasing pleasure, once we keep chasing that hit, we destroy our life. So now think about you 66 years old.
Yeah.
Would you want to live this life over and over and over
Oh,
again?
no.
So if you're not willing to do that, it's telling you you didn't live the right life.
Yeah.
So if they say you got to come back every time to live these 66 years over again, you wouldn't want to do it, right? So we have to change. Even the fun.
Only thing would make it different if the time went by and nothing changed. Then I mean, you know, where we at there?
Say that again.
I said if we try and then it doesn't succeed, then what do we do with that?
But it starts with us, and that's why we're going back to our being raised.
Okay.
Because what we seen is we looked at the world. We thought this was the world, just fun. But if we go into other areas, higher mindsets, and start understanding, if daddy would have came to your house, been to college, showed you to go to college, how to get it paid for,
Yep.
you to chase something different.
Yeah.
Daddy was a doctor. Daddy went out to the community and did good deeds. Daddy went to church. Daddy showed you how to be a man. Daddy respects his wife. Daddy was with one woman. We'd have learned something different.
Yeah.
What you learned was pleasure. The devil used that against us. He used what God created it against us. If I get you chasing sex 24/7, then how you gonna focus on anything else?
Yeah,
Sex is powerful.
Yeah.
So you sitting there telling me, yeah, bad is good. But be honest with yourself. You 66 years old as this man.
Yeah.
Do you look at your life? If you pass right now and you go to God and he say, son, are you satisfied with your life? What did you do for me? What are you going to say?
I said, take care of your present the best I could, and try not to blaspheme against it. That'll hold them, I guess, for a minute or two.
But I gave you guys this package,
Yeah.
this brain, this computer. And he got us here for a reason. We still got time to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. I think we're here for a reason. Yeah, you're right. To make, see how much better we can make it.
But we got to think of that day. That day going to come for all of us.
Then we should start getting ourselves ready sooner the better.
You getting yourself ready now?
I am. Yeah.
By
Slowly.
telling your story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
Excuse me, Uncle Love. Are you content with life right now, this present,
No.
your situation?
Not
Do you
content.
realize-
No, not content.
Okay, but
'Cause,
listen, do you realize that Uncle Love, this man Hawk right here, and me, because everything that's been being done for you for the last 3 weeks
Yeah.
to a month, it's because of these guys. You don't see that, do you? You know why?
Yeah.
Because these guys? Because I talk to these guys on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't have guessed. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed it, but I would have
No, I'm saying, your situation right now, right?
Yeah.
While you saying you're a Luciferian, Lucifer and all this other type of stuff like that, don't get me wrong. We all got issues.
Yeah.
But do you realize your life, past life, it's got you where you at now, just like it's got me where I'm at now, just like it got Uncle Love where he's at now, just like it got Hawk where he's at now. Do you realize all the things that you've done and stuff like that, where you at now?
Right here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Nothing.
That's all I want to say.
Do you want to change your life?
Yep, I'm gonna change it. Yeah, for the better.
What do you want to do?
uh, we'll come back to that one.
What are you fighting now? Are you fighting spirits
No,
now?
no, I'm not fighting any spirits now. Well, you know what? I guess I can't answer that. Yeah, if God came back right now, yes, I can tell him I'm content. Yeah.
So you don't feel you have demons in you at this moment?
No, I have demons trying to get in me.
You denying them?
Yeah.
How?
Faith in the blood of Jesus.
Uncle Love, think about this, Bean. If you don't have nothing interfere with your mindset, why are you in a situation just like me or anybody?
Yeah.
Answer.
Maybe that's the spirit talking to convince you that you don't need to do nothing different.
Well, yeah, I won't. But yeah, so far I don't hear no spirits. I don't have no. I have maybe a couple of thoughts. You know.
Isn't a thought coming from the
But see, I'm
spirits?
66. There's a limit here. You know. Yeah, actually, I think I just do any other person would do if they might say. As long as I find a job, you know, but not too many hours. And just spend some time with a lady and myself here in my house.
Are you on disability?
Yeah, I'm on disability right now.
What make you disabled?
I say I am. No, I'm just being
You know,
funny.
your mind?
To them, you're mine, yeah. And they try to cram me with all those fields.
So you was taking medicine?
For a minute. I was only there for, wait a minute, I was there 2 weeks.
And how did the medicine do you?
It was, I could tell you we got in fights. Matter of fact, that strapped me down one time because I know how I walk. And I know how, I know, what do you call that? But anyway, I know how I walk. Now I'm getting up out the bed, I'm stumbling, I'm falling asleep, standing up. I got the prescription at times, but I didn't feel it. You know, I'm not taking that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's too much.
What is that?
Who?
The devil is not here to benefit you, here to take your life.
Yeah,
So you 66 years old, you don't realize that the devil took your life?
yeah.
What would you want to be in life right now? Would you want to be sitting by the beach? Would you want to be have a retirement? Would you want to be a doctor? Would you want to be a business owner? What would you really want to be? Well, why, as you ponder that thought,
Yeah.
now look at what Lucifer did to you. He snatched your life.
Yeah.
And we trying to wake up because God's got us here still for a reason.
Yeah, I believe that.
But you don't want to admit that your life been fucked up.
Yes, I do. I admit it. And then wait a minute, another language, but I don't know. But yeah, I admit it. I admit I see where I've been helped, yeah, along the way.
But you want to run around here with calling yourself Lucifer.
Yeah.
You invited him
wait a
in.
minute, as much as somebody else wanted to call it loped out shadow or remember me tidy.
No,
yeah,
no,
just that
no,
much.
no,
Today,
no,
it's
Mike.
just a name.
No,
it's a name.
Mike, no.
Everybody took like.
But aren't
God-
words
God took
powerful?
the name sudden death. You know.
Everything starts with a word.
This is
Everything
about
starts with a
you.
thought.
Yeah, well, me, that's what I said. I didn't know then, but when I did get it together and I knew, I got it straight. Anybody didn't know me, I get in the black room left. My attitude changed, yeah.
So are you still Lucifer?
No, no.
So you denounced
I
that.
don't play them. I don't know.
Did you denounce the name
I
Lucifer?
suggest you don't mess with them.
You denounced it?
Yeah. No, okay, yeah.
It makes sense. Right now, if I say, Mike, after your goddamn interview, get your shit and get the fuck up out of here,
I've
motherfucker.
been going. I've been up and
How
down
you
the street.
feel?
I mean, I feel fucked up.
Why would you feel fucked up?
Well, myself, I feel fucked up myself.
No, why would you feel fucked up? Because I tell you to get the fuck out my goddamn place.
Well, I just have to leave.
No, you said
No,
you
why
feel-
would you feel
why would
fucked up?
fucked up as a 66-year-old man? And I'm
That's just a feeling. Anything outside of that, you know, it.
that ain't a feeling, that's life, homeboy. I'm doing something for you. You can't do for yourself. Don't get me wrong.
And I appreciate it.
You said, if I would say, Mike, you gotta get the fuck up out of here and shit like that, you would feel like, oh, that's fucked up, right?
Yeah. That's the last word. That's the last word Pancho said before he got shot. When he gave that man that Pancho and got
We
shot
ain't
down there.
talking about Pancho.
Yeah.
We're talking about you.
Oh,
Wait,
we feel with me, huh?
No, but we're saying
Yeah.
if you took the name Lucifer
Yeah.
and look up your life, Do you think Lucifer took control of your life and
Yes,
messed?
actually, I said that a few times.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the point we're trying to make. We want you to tell the people out here to not take that name, to not worship the devil, to live a different life. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many?
2 boys and 10 grandkids.
And how old are they?
My boy's 36.
You have a relationship with them?
No, they're in Oklahoma.
You don't have no relationship with them? So you an absent father their whole life?
Yeah, it's either in the pen or
Wait, he what?
either I was in the pen. I did a lot of little one time, 3 years, little jokes they was giving us back then. I went to CRC for 10 year tail.
So you still don't reach out to your sons to this day?
No, I don't have no way. I probably, my mother said usually, Gina, my sister said usually he'll call on her Facebook, but he hasn't called. As you
Wow.
get older, I guess he has other things he want to do too.
Right, but we said you the daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So now they was raised without a father figure, or did they get somebody else? You don't know.
Well, yeah, I spent very little time with him.
So there go
She had
Lucifer
different
again.
boyfriends, if that's what he does, yeah.
So you pumped out 2 kids by the same woman, and it was never part of their life.
Just a small time I spent with him, yeah.
Now you see how the devil works?
Yeah.
He's a bad dude, man. He work on pleasure. At pleasure, you created 2 lives, and you never been part of their life. Do you have any shame of that? Any guilt? Any remorse?
Any remorse, guilt and remorse, yes.
Tell me about it.
Hmm.
If you could do it over again, what you would do?
Oh, I'd probably stay in school. That's first thing, stay in school.
Did you graduate high school?
Nope. I think I needed 5 credits, but Angel just came out. Things got live, and that's how I talk. That's what you guys saying, Aaron. If you talk about my past, I don't know nothing about my past. My past is over, it's dead.
Right, but your past is what creates your future.
Right, that's good. But me talking about it, it don't help me none.
It don't, okay.
In my mind, I just know I need to do that. I mean, if you're 66 years old, you don't look at your life and say, oh, I need to do better than this. You may as well just go clock it in anyway, because you already ain't doing shit.
So you giving up?
Not me, I'm saying that person. And I'm going to stay on track. That person, not me.
So since you're not giving up, now you face your past demons, you snatch them out of you, and now you create a new Mike from this point on.
Yeah.
That new Mike may be calling your kids.
Yeah.
Telling them your life. Telling them what you've been through. Now they can see what their granddaddy did to you.
Yeah.
Because this is coming from generation after generation. And that's what we're trying to break here.
Yeah.
But it has to start with somebody. We can't erase the past, but if we never admit the past, then it controls your life.
Yeah.
And that's what it's been doing. It's been controlling your life, bro.
Okay.
Do you want to see your
Let me
kids?
try something new. Yeah. That's the last time I seen them. That's 10 years ago. That's the last time I seen them.
How was that reunion?
Oh, it was nice. I spent a year.
A year with them?
Yeah. Me and the mother can't get along. I thought maybe she had changed. And plus, I thought maybe since I was off drugs, she was off drugs. Maybe, it worked. But it didn't. I went in there, it was the same shit. You know how a woman will be telling you something, and then she like, what about Martha? And then the other girl you cheated never dies out. Certain things get thrown in that conversation, and before long, you're back at square one.
What, Mike, you hear what you just said?
Yeah.
You was on drugs, she was on drugs. How the fuck y'all gonna have a...
No, I'm saying we both got off drugs. We both got off drugs.
What could you have did to better... Forget what she did. What could you have did to better yourself?
Go to school. First off, we're going back and go to school. Second, I wouldn't use drugs. Third, I'm not throwing in there. I wouldn't play with women's emotions as much as I did because they have feelings too.
You was raised not thinking they had feelings?
No, that's different. I told myself, so I didn't feel bad when I did something, wrong.
But your dad took advantage of women too.
I think we all did. If you gave them drugs to go to bed with them,
So that's what taught you what women was. From your father again.
Well, some that's that way. My father knew good women too. He knew bad ones, he knew good ones. Yeah,
Wow.
But you know, no big. The father was an educated man.
that's what I just said.
He went to college. He ran track.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? He could build excellently and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know.
But with your father doing all that, he
mm,
had trauma and pain, or he wouldn't have been on drugs like he did. So the point is,
yeah,
a person not just one thing. Yeah, we good. You good and bad. I'm
yeah,
good and bad.
yeah,
But that badness of what your dad did transferred to you,
yeah.
Hey,
and
B,
now it's transferred to your kids.
what about the ass kickings he should give y'all? He
Uh,
kick y'all asses. And why did he kick y'all asses? Because his dad kicked his ass, didn't he?
yeah.
So you got how was these ass kicking?
Oh,
Describe them to me.
what do you say? You live extreme. You know, Pop really beats your ass. He put a hole in my sister's leg with a cord. You know, a cord you hook to the iron. Yeah, he had him put a big cut in that leg. And then another time, I think she called him a motherfucker. But that's the only two times she's ever got hit.
What about you yourself?
We got our asses tore up. You know, we go out and he takes in the garage. It's a good thing he never whooped us around people. And he said,
Oh
well, I
shit,
mean,
no.
yeah, you know, we give that.
Oh shit, he said that. Okay, okay. So you got a private ass whooping.
yeah, yeah.
That made it better.
Somewhat, because sometimes they don't, oh boy, he's going to bed. They just forget about it. I remember running through the church down there, white rabbit fantasy, took me home and lied, told my father I was running in the church, disrupting church and shit. So Pop's in the church there first, and I got him. And he tore my ass up that night. But do you know that? That's one of the things that true. You talking about the Lucifer shit. That was about middle of white. I hated preachers. I hated anything white. I almost didn't do cocaine because it was white. I hated the fuck out of white. Yep.
Wow,
A preacher lying.
he lied on you.
Yeah.
A preacher.
Uh-huh. So how you supposed to respect him or his church? And you know it's a damn lie. That's like I say I was running through church and somebody carried me in his chariot. I no more was running through church than black as white.
What did your dad whoop you with? His fist?
Cord, yeah, cord, or he always had some sticks. He's a carpenter. He used to always cut these just right sticks because they wibbled, but they didn't break. You know, or when he did break it, it broke because he tore your ass up. Yeah,
So now you look back at that, don't you consider that abuse?
yeah. But Robert got it straight. He got it straight for us.
Excuse me, Uncle Love.
Who was that?
My
Rip
brother.
Job Rob. Hey,
Uh,
what did Rip Job Rob, out of all them ass kickings, what did Rip Job Rob tell your dad? About
Or your dad
Oh.
was whooping?
the other day.
when he whipped his ass, he knew that, just like the lion story, and that's where
Tell me
popular.
what Rob told your dad.
So wait, okay, let's start over. So your oldest brother, your dad was whooping his ass off,
Uh,
and then Roof Job Rob told your dad what? Within the future.
oh, he said, you may be whooping my ass now, but later I'm gonna be whooping your ass.
Did he?
Well, yeah,
He
yeah.
whooped your dad ass?
When he was about 15, I never forget it because we used to just always say, he said, where you going? Down to JoJo. Did you ask anybody? Do I have to? Yeah. Well, can I go? One day when we hopped off the porch, Robert said, he said, where you going? Well, I said, none of your business. He said, what do you say, none of your damn business? And, Pop told him to go in the house. He went in the house. And he whooped him. I'm going to make the story short because another part to it. He whooped him, and Robert lost. He told me, well, let's go in the room. The second time they were fighting, he told Rob, let's, let's
This
go in
has
the
something to do
room.
with the ass
And
whooping?
Robert said, yeah. And yeah, oh yeah, he told his ass up and locked him out behind 7.
Tell me the story. What the shovel got? What the shovel symbolized?
Robert had $700 in an envelope, and I found it. Pop said it was here, so I gave it to him. When my brother came home, he asked what was his money. And my father said, I got it in the bank. He said, well, why would you put it in the bank? It's not yours. He said, oh, we'll get it out Monday when we go to work. When they went to work, JoJo's instigating ass told my brother, well, it's Monday and it's lunchtime. Tell your father, let's go to the bank. So Pop wasn't like that. He usually still be working a little bit. So Robert went over to him and said, hey, Dad, yeah, what about the bank, man? He said, what about the bank? He said, you said we was going to get my money out the bank at lunchtime. He said, boy, I don't mean at lunchtime, motherfucker. It can be any time of day. Let me fucking be by myself. My brother said, oh, okay. He grabbed the shovel. And he gong showed his ass.
You hit your dad with the
You hear that
shovel?
motherfucker gonging
Hey,
from Pasadena?
he hit me in the head with his shovel so hard. Hey,
Wait,
all you know the bell ring.
The one time he dropped to his knees.
wait. Your brother was 15 at the time?
15. That's when he was going to see JoJo. And what he was telling them was, I'm old enough now to go up the street when I want to. I ain't got to tell you I'm going to the street. I tried it. He beat my ass. You know, 'cause I didn't know what I was supposed to do afterwards. I guess I was supposed to fight or pick up something like they did. You know, they always picked up something.
Uncle Love, if Rip Jaw Bob didn't have a shovel, he had a baseball bat. Rip Jaw Bob could hit a baseball from here to Manchester. I ain't never in my life seen a person swing a shovel so fiercely and so hard at another human being's head.
What happened with your dad
He hit what?
when he got hit with the shovel?
Yeah. Oh, it depends what time. I know